Hi everybody, this is Spuggiehawk for Arizona Bay News. These are my initial thoughts on the Wikileaks Vault7 drop. First, a warning. Wikileaks has a very strong reputation providing only accurate and valid information. This appears to be true. However, I'm concerned by the way this fact is being repeated in a way that implies Wikileaks is an unassailable bastion of truth. Their strong and consistent history simply makes them a perfect target for compromise. If they haven't already been compromised and had their data tampered with, it can only be a matter of time. Please be aware of this when you're looking at WikiLeaks content. Having said that, I'd like to talk a bit about the Vault7 drop from March 7th, 2017. I scanned through the documents looking for items of interest to me. It looks like it confirms all the worst fears and rumours of government spying that have appeared in the media over the past few years. Notably, Samsung smart TVs have been compromised so that they act as eavesdropping devices when apparently switched off. Remote and covert activation of microphones and cameras on smartphones. And remote control of cars and trucks. Think of Michael Hastings. One area that I did look into in a bit more detail was a project they operate called Hive. Hive is described as a software implant. It's designed to run on Windows, Solaris and Linux operating systems, as well as various routers. It acts as both a beacon and an interactive shell. A beacon will transmit its availability and various other bits of information, and when the controller wants to access it, they can log in with root or admin access, giving them permission to do anything they want on the system. When a compromised device beacon has successfully told their back-end system, called Honeycomb, that it's available and a bit about the system it's in, it can be updated to continue providing information at regular intervals. The examples they provide in the user guide show how to configure a beacon to send data about once per hour with some jitter or variation to avoid it being caught too easily. When a controller wants to connect to a compromised device, there are 7 different ways of initiating the connection. This is to get around common firewall and intrusion blocking configurations. Victims of this tool might spot that their system is sending data out to the Honeycomb server and start investigating. In order to thwart their attempts to identify what's actually going on and to misdirect any investigations, the Hive system communicates with Honeycomb server through a virtual private network, so the victim can't easily identify what the true endpoint of the data is. That's quite effective on its own, but the Hive implant also uses a certificate when it connects. Some websites require you to log in before you can access them. If it's a site you use regularly, you might have agreed to use a cookie, using the Remember Me option. In that case, when your browser connects to the site checks to see if you've got a cookie. If you do, and it's valid, it treats you like you've logged in and it gives you access. If you don't have a cookie or it's invalid, you get redirected to the login page. The Hive Honeycomb system uses certificates to achieve pretty much the same thing, but in this case, if you spot the IP address or domain the Hive implant's trying to connect to, and you try to access the same IP address or domain with your browser, the fact that you're not providing the certificate means that you'll be redirected to an innocuous-looking site instead of the Honeycomb server. That's quite clever, but it's not what I would describe as sophisticated. Beware any non-technical reporters claiming that the Vault7 drop is full of incredibly sophisticated software created by genius developers. It's not. It's actually quite disappointing. I haven't looked through the whole thing yet, and there's very little source code to look at, but so far I've seen nothing in the Vault7 drop that's made me think, I didn't know that was possible. Thanks for listening. I'll speak to you again soon. This is Spuggiehawk for Arizona Bay News.